Welcome back, guys, to Pokémon Legends Arceus. Well, last episode, after witnessing the battling side of the update unfold before us, we continued towards the end of the main story by heading to the Crimson Mylands to capture Enamorus, finding it hard to give chase within the swamp, but finally succeeding to bring the Incarnate Force's quest to an end and complete our deck's captures. We then responded to Irida's wish by letting her battle with Palkia, and now head out to find Adaman once more. So where do you think Adaman would be? I mean, we can count off two areas. So it's Coronet Highlands, Obsidian Fieldlands, or Cobalt Coastlands, isn't it? I'm going there. When I think about it, we can leave the Coronet Highlands for last, because that's our final destination anyway. Bingo! Right, so I need to change Pokemon, put Dialga as the only one in. I don't need a rest. Kind of do have to do a lot of switcheroos lately. The question is, where's Dialga? How far back in the box is that guy? Asbiet gives a sub to Revenant of Ashes. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, can't take out the last one. Dialga, where are you? Everyone that's played the game, spot the Dialga. There he is. The Dialga was level 72. And had 6 in everything as well, so that's not actually bad at all. He was built up a little from his time in our ranks. Make it 74, and it mastered probably its special move. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Good timing. Didn't know it was only level 74 we had to get to, or I probably would have hit it up. Kind of a shame, that, actually. Let's go speed. Defense and HP. I think I'll go, actually. For this specific fight. That's my last one of those dust, though I'd have tons of dust if I was just to release my Pokemon. Once again. It is indeed Adaman. Exactly as expected. So, our final battle before we go over and face God. The literal god of Pokemon. Let's face Adaman. You know, time changes a lot of things, but the sea stays the same. The Celestica people must have looked out at this exact same view long ago. I've got a favour to ask, Olizandri. That's... Sphere randomly rolls in. It's about something my grandfather told me. He said the adamant crystal has the power to change Mighty Dialga into its otherworldly form. And? Okay, are you supposed to be here or not? Oh no, I think you are actually added to the scene. I thought you were random. I want to see if all the strength my partners and I have got is enough to take down Mighty Dialga in that otherworldly form. Adaman's hope. Hi, Mackie Girl. As Biet gives you a sub. Thank you very much, Biet. Mighty Dialga gave us all the gift of time, and I want to see its real power in battle. Hey, just wait a second, actually. When I think about it, we don't have forever. Oh yeah, time. It's what you do. It's what you do. Putting on that one move actually really sorted things out for us. We do have Ice Beam here, though. Actually, I think like our stuff's good. We have Power Gem too, but it's a Leafeon. Which, of course, the Ice Beam actually will do a lot of work against. So, we should be good, no matter what. Let's go, Adaman. Let's do it. Mighty Dialga, let me stand before you as leader of the Diamond Clan to find out in battle what I'm really made of. I can tell you what Dialga's made of. Very many sharp edges. Okay, is any of these an actual issue for me here? Well, Vaporeon hits the steel and does not bad. Dark is neutral, I think. Really, it's either Flash Cannon or it's Ice Beam. Ice Beam is a super effective choice. Not enough. Quick attacks. No, I think Dialga's safer than anything here. We need to move away a bit so we can actually see the battle. Oof. Oh. It seems that Adaman has a bit more trouble than Irida. Irida at least had something going for her. A neutral damaging move. Oof. Well, that's just kind of disappointing for a minute, really. Wow, I'm gonna live that. I am super surprised. Just those two left. I guess it's time for the Roar of Time with 170 power. Vaporeon evaporated. The sheer power of mighty Dialga. It's too much to comprehend. I'm still shaking even now. But through our battle, I think I understood the will of mighty Dialga. Isn't that amazing? When you battle out with someone, you really understand them. Imagine if everyone in Hisui partnered up with Pokemon to express themselves through battle. Living here would be even more fun. I think I'll have my clan's folks start training up at Jubilife's training grounds. Hope we can count on seeing you there, Olizandri. Quest 106 complete. A leaf stone, just in case you want to evolve, eh? We can encourage others to understand each other better through battle like I did with mighty Dialga just now. Well, it'll all be worth it. And so, finally, it's time to annihilate another Burmy. Find the unknowns, more importantly, fight Arceus. Because that's where we're going right now. Annihilated. And all is put to rights with the world once again. For another Burmy was burnied. Alright, time to get my team back together. My actual battle-y team. I say that, but Electrode was kind of a late addition. Really, the true ace is Sneasel. Sneasler. Cleaver's taking a back step, probably for just being one of the longest standing guys. When you think about it, Braviary, Goodra, Sneasler, and Electrode have all been added fairly late. And so with our final battle upon us, it's time for us to clear out the unknowns, of which only a few have been found via clues. Some have been found by happenstance of just moving around and spotting an eye just staring at me randomly. But now it's time to clear out the rest. 18 unknowns remain to be found. And so first we come to a lone tree on a pond in the grove. The Grueling Grove, as you can see. A pond that I said, well, this is suspicious, multiple times. I never really, obviously, checked things out a little bit too much. Because it's just there in the tree. I should get some Pokeballs to do this when you think about it, because the catch rate is good. So that is our unknown E. We move on for our next one. Our next note, the letter F, brings us to a stony outcrop over pools of mud on a mighty mountain. The Coronet Highlands is our destination. pools of mud are just below me at this point in time, and the unknown we are wanting is up there, though a little far away, I'd say. It's going to be kind of hard to hit unless I kind of get closer to it. Or, of course, I could use a jet ball. That would work too. That'll get us our distance. That's F. Onwards to our next letter. Our next letter brings us atop a waterfall of obsidian. At least very clearly denoting what area we have to go to is every single clue. And so the waterfall that I saw long before now makes a lot more sense as to why it's there. It seems that if there's any location without like a special Pokemon, you've kind of got to expect the reason it exists is for there to be a Pokemon. However, where is it? Could be on the back, to be honest. I'd imagine it'd be more likely to be on the front. There it is. If you saw it just in the corner. It is on that face. That front. Oh, he actually flew too high. Welcome to the alphabet. Onwards for our next one then. So this one kind of makes me feel a little dumb that I just didn't look at this list earlier because I must have walked past this one a billion times throughout the playthrough. A village gateway. It's like, I read that, I was like, what, where, really? Yeah, it's just there. It's just been hanging out at home the entire time. Onwards to our next letter then. Our next one brings us to a nook within a quarry. So we've come back to the Cornered Highlands once again to do a little bit of climbing by the look of things. So it depends on how well I can actually guide Sneezer to where I need to be. Because up here in the ancient quarry, did I find it? Let's not fall off now. As we get J. Welcome to the group, Mr. Unknown. Next one. Our next unknown's clue is where stones pile high amid fog-bound ruins. The fog-bound part of it actually had me quite confused until a bit, but of course we're filling in more things every so often, so we can actually have a visual guide of what each letter kind of just represents. So it's gonna be here in the Crimson Islands. Took me a little bit to find it as well, but the shrouded ruins are fog-bound indeed. There are many stone piles, of which I've not found the unknown yet. So let's just find it, but I'm very confident that it's here, considering the clue being, well, a clue. So kind of on point. So now I'm beginning to think that maybe it's not on one of these rocks. Maybe it's on the top. It could be a bit further on, to be honest. There's another pile of rocks just a little bit off to the side. Yeah, it's there. This one stands out a little bit more, I guess, as a pile of rocks. Another unknown to the collection. I like how the Pokeball just landed there. Onwards for the next. Our next one seems to be ridiculously easy. 2 horns rising from the sea. Where on earth else could that be? I do not know. That's barely a clue, that is. That's more straight up being told where it is. The question is, where actually is the unknown on the 2 horns? It could be on one side of it. It could be on the top. Can I actually climb them? Guess that's the question. Oh, it's right there. I can definitely sneeze there. But I think I'm just going to have to get into the water, aren't I? Take a double jump and a throw. And we'll take unknown N by the look of it. Next one. Our next letter has an incredibly easy clue. 3 pillars in a world of ice. However, that was very hard to find because I don't recognize, of course, seeing any specific 3 pillars as an obvious landmark. However, 1, 2, 3 pillars is where we're looking. And way up on high in the sky is an eye. That's not such an obvious landmark. Let's hope the next one is. Our next one was a much more obvious landmark. Among flowers, at the spring, where fairies dwell. Not too hard to find, and not too hard to find if you zoomed out a little bit so you can see the obvious eye. I say not so obvious eye, but you can see the eye just poking out in some flowers nearby. Let's quickly jump down. Hope Roselli doesn't get mad. It's a lot harder to see from not the sky, I think, personally. As we get yet another unknown. Is that halfway there? We are indeed halfway there. 19 out of 28 now found. Twin trees at the spring by the sea. Spring at the sea is, of course, the spring path. Turn back cave. And there is our unknown. Trying to be a little stubby branch by the look of things. Off we go for the next. Our next one keeps us in the Cobalt Coastland. At the grave, or by the grave, sorry, upon the cape. Which is this grave, the Lord's grave. Though we can investigate it, it's not actually there, so it's by the grave. There it is. Doesn't take too long to find it. It's nice with those two in a row in the same location. I nearly left the coastlands altogether then. Right, on for the next. Our next letter's clue is where stick and log dam the river. Bringing us back to the obsidian fieldlands. Something I'm yet to find yet, so it's somewhere in amongst all these rocks, or it might actually be on the sticks when you think about it. It would make more sense for it to be on the sticks, personally, I think. Just for the clue. There it is. It is indeed. I might drown in the meantime. Let's just get on you. And you were on sticks indeed. Nicely nestled within. Onwards to the next. Our next clue is a withered tree in the sprawling red swamp, bringing us to the Crimson Mylands, where I'm not actually sure what tree they actually mean when you think about it. There's quite a few withered trees, so one of them is going to have our Pokemon. I'm assuming the unknown will be in one of these more central-looking trees. Let's keep our eyes open while flying on Braviary, who seems like the best bet. I mean, versus those withered trees, I'd imagine the unknown would stick out like a sore thumb. But also, maybe not. Could just be on the side of the tree versus pretending to be a branch for once. Which would be annoying. There's quite a lot of trees around to look for. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. It's on the small tree. Right, with other things coming to try and get me in the meantime. Let's grab another unknown. And get out of here! Our next one, as you can hear by the music, actually brings me back to Jubilife Village again. This one's a little more devious, and I don't think it was visible during our quest where we looked at these certain statues, but I've already actually seen this one. The left eye atop the village is what we're after. Well, that's a left eye. That's a right eye. But as you can see, just clinging onto that, there's definitely an unknown on the left eye. Now, the question is, how am I going to get the shot in? And with what? From what range? Jet ball? That hits the side. So that definitely hit within range. There we go. I'm glad the Pokeball comes back down to me, you know what I mean? So I actually get it. Because there's no way I'm reclaiming that, because I'm not allowed to use Braviary here. No fly zone by the look of it. Onwards to the next. Our next one's quite an interesting one, because it's simply scale the Grand Tree. So that sounds like we've got to do a thing too. So the unknown must be somewhere up there, really. So let's go having a look-see. I guess Sneasler can climb it then. How high can I go? This is as high as I can go. Actually, as high as I need to go. I can't scale the entire Grand Tree then. Am I actually up or not? Yes, I am. That marks the spot then, I take it. Thank you very much, Unknown X. Onwards to the next. Our final letter of the alphabet brings us back to the Cobalt Coastlands. A time-worn ship on a sandy shore awaited me, and yarhar, I found me treasure. If you could excuse the pun anyway, or the bad accent. As up on the mast, we got ourselves another unknown. While big alphas hang about getting a bit ornery, let's put it that way. So it's time to end our alphabet with some punctuation. Let's go. So to bring us down to our final one, our next clue is a dead tree by the hot spring, bringing us to the Alabaster Islands, where some Pokemon are chilling out. Most importantly, dead trees all around, and one hanging way up on high. I was worried I was overshooting that a little bit, but it seems I nearly undershot it. One more unknown to find. Where things hang to dry in living quarters. Back to the village then, I guess. Got my eye in for the alphabet now. Got my eye in just a little bit. So that's interesting. That it's actually all the way back home. For some reason I'm doing the parrot editing for this little bit. Because of course I don't have to go to a secondary location. I could just go straight back to the village. And life is good to finish off. This is a question mark, correct? So this could be anywhere. Anywhere there's things hanging to dry. I mean, technically, yes. So in living quarters. Yeah, I thought so. It literally means my living quarters. I can't hit it. Too hard. Give up. I guess the question mark does make a little hook. And now we have caught every single unknown. Does that do anything, though? We're going to complete the Pokédex entry now. That's for certain. Alright, the final unknown, it's perfect. It's hard to believe these strangely shaped Pokemon are truly living creatures. I pointed out that the species' many forms resemble writing from other lands. No one will take me seriously. You just see all the forms. Life is good. One more species completed. The unknown hunting quest, completely done. So I'm pretty sure that should allow me to do something else extra. So let me figure out what that is. Probably using the power of the internet. So it turned out we were to return to the Thalassian ruins, of course, where we saw the text inscribed on the wall. So what will that get us when we step inside? Now we can just catch unknown of whatever type managed to spawn. I guess if you want a certain type, it's going to be kind of hard. But on top of that, I guess you can get shiny ones now. Can you get alpha ones? That would be crazy. But that is our reward for catching all the unknown. Being able to catch even more. They just live here now. This is where they exist. In fact, this is actually a swarm. So you can definitely get massive mass outbreaks going for them. To get yourself stuff on top of that. So, unknown are available. You can catch them at will because it doesn't even look like they want to fight back. So they will run away. So with that said and done, let's return back to the stream times and head towards the end of the game. Time to go to the Coronet Highlands then. It's time to see, as I'd see it, the real end credits of the game. The Elga. When did you get maxed out, sir? Just now? Probably. Pokemon is revered as a deity in Hisui legend. The birth of Dialga is what caused the vast river of time to begin flowing in our world. Maybe I've read that 3 times like Braviary, but I don't know. Oh, I want to get to the village. Take me to the village. I just scrolled a little bit too much, that's all. So yeah, Arceus. I actually have no clue anything about it, really. So, this could be messy. This could be exceedingly messy. Well, I'm hoping for a bit more of a different kind of set piece, personally. Here we go. It's quite a way back up to the summit, isn't it? Look at that perfect, beautiful Pokedex now. 241 seen, 241 caught. So I'm assuming, personally, looking at the Pokedex, that anything past maybe here isn't part of it? I feel like if they're past where Arceus is about to sit, that they're probably not counting. I can kind of understand why Fiona and Manaphy wouldn't be counted, considering that quest and all. First Pokedex you completed since Gold and Silver? Hey, I got my Sword and Shield one very nicely then. 400 plus Pokemon. I was a good boy there. Something about seeing Pokemon on the field that makes me want to catch them all. Now, it's time for the craziest fight yet. Maybe. Here we are. It's time to play my flute. Your Azure Flute is making a sound. Would you like to play the Azure Flute? Well, surely it should make a sound when only when I play it.